Welcome to It's in the Details, brought to you by Waffle Flower Crafts. This is Nicole, and today I have a set of 4 elegant white and gold Santa gift tags to share with you. I love creating gift tags for the holiday season or any time really, and I thought it would be fun to take these Santa gift tags, and I've seen them a lot done, especially in the traditional colors, but I'm going to create something a little different. And I have all of these specialty papers in my craft stash that I've had forever. And I especially love the look of white and gold for the holidays. So I thought it would be fun to try to create some white and gold Santas. I am creating, or die cutting rather, the tag shape from my flocked paper and my glitter paper. So I have 4 of each. I'm going to be creating 4 tags here today. From the glitter paper, I am going to take the beard from the Tag Santa add-on and die cut beards from all 4. If you want to line it up the same, you can take that beard shape and just kind of line it up from the leftover piece from the first one and use that as a guide. I'm doing this assembly line style. So once I have my front of my tag, the beards, I'm going to move on to the accessory pieces. So my belt, this is a different kind of gold paper and it kind of sticks. They die cut through, but you just have to pop out all those little circles. I'm going to die cut 4 of the belts from this gold glitter paper. You can see that this paper's been well used, but a lot of these little accessory pieces are so small. Like this gold foil cardstock here. I'm going to die cut the whole reinforcement, the button, and the belt buckle from the gold foil paper, and I'm going to be able to get a ton from these little teeny tiny scraps. I always keep my specialty paper scraps especially because a lot of times I can die cut small little things like these from those scraps and still get some use from them. So none of this paper I'm using is new. All of it is something that I just have in my stash. I think it would also be really fun to try to do a traditional Santa tag with the red and white and black from specialty papers. And I may try to do that a little later on and share that on Instagram and Facebook just to show how you can create it from any color combination that you like. Once I have all of my accessory pieces, I'm going to die cut 4 tag backs from some smooth white cardstock. I always like to create backs to my tags so that there is a front and a back. Especially here with the specialty paper, there's going to be some writing on the back of it because it comes from 12 by 12 sheets. And so there's a lot of time a little bit of writing. And I just like the thickness. I like that it's a little more solid that way. Once I have my 4 tag backs, I'm going to take greetings from the Homemade Christmas stamp set, and I'm going to figure out which ones I want to use. I ended up using a gift for you, the double dashed lines, and then the to and the from the Homemade Christmas stamp set. I'll use my Misty to stamp this so that I can stamp it in the exact same place on all 4 tag backs at the same time. The Misty is great if you want to do this. You might also want to consider switching them up. If you're going to create a whole bunch more of these tags, like I only did 4 here, but it would be really easy to create a lot more. These would even make a really nice gift. Go ahead and switch it up. There are some awesome greetings from this stamp set. I think if you were giving a homemade gift, a homemade Christmas stamp would be beautiful. There's also a gorgeous script that reads "From Our Home to Yours" that would be really pretty. So mix it up. Maybe do 4 or 5 of each greeting style. It's really easy to do. Just switch it out every few tags. I did all my stamping first, you can see here, with Versamark ink. Then I'm going to sprinkle on my gold embossing powder and heat set that. I drew little lines on my paper on the back of my Misty, or inside my Misty, I guess I want to say. So I had a guide for where I needed to put my tag each time in order to get the stamped images exactly where I wanted them to go. I'm using gold embossing powder to sprinkle on here. Again, keeping with that elegant theme. To eliminate this step completely, you could use a gold ink like the Sukaneko Delicata gold ink, If you aren't going for the elegant feel, you could always use different kinds of colorful waffle flower dye inks in a red color or black or gray or whatever color combination you're using to create your tags, and you wouldn't have to do any of the embossing. A little tip to help minimize warping is to make sure your heat gun is warmed up really well before you take it to your paper. And then you can also heat both the front and the back. Sometimes that helps kind of flatten it out a little bit. I love the gold embossing powder though for something like this when you're doing an elegant themed tag. Just really finishes off the whole design. It's going to make the back of the tag super pretty. Another idea is these could almost work for an ornament after the gift is given. The front of the tag doesn't have anything on it, so it would be really cute as a decoration as well, depending on what recipient gets it. Next, I'm going to take the to and the from the Homemade Christmas stamp set again using my Misty stamping with Versamark ink. I couldn't find a better way to do that. I couldn't stamp all 4 of these images at the same time because of that double line, but I really like the addition of the double line. I think it gives it a nice finished look. So I did this in 2 phases. Again, exactly the same. I stamped all of them. I'll sprinkle the embossing powder on all of them, heat set all of these, and then the tag backs will be done. I have not put together anything at this point. I'm going to lay out everything assembly line style and put them all together at once. This would be a great project if you die cut a bunch of these, stamped a bunch of these, set them all up in front of you, in front of the TV, watch some holiday movies, and put these tags together. I'm going to adhere my tag front to my tag back, so back to back. I'm going to go ahead and do that first on all 4 tags. I like to make sure they're nice and secure, so lots of adhesive, because I don't want those peeling away from each other. Then, one thing about specialty paper, it doesn't like to stick to another specialty paper very well. So a tape runner is really not going to work very well here, I found. I'm using the Ranger Multi-Matte Medium. It dries clear and it's matte. So I'm gluing the beard in place and then the belt. And you can see them try to kind of peel up. I'll show you what I do to help with that. I'll put some glue on my tag itself and then take the button to my project. And then put a little glue on the belt buckle and place that right on the belt. Once I have all of my pieces glued down on the front of my tag, I'm going to take something heavy. I like to use acrylic blocks because they're handy. And I'm going to place that on top to hold down all of the designs or all the pieces until the glue dries. It really only takes a few minutes. And then I'll go ahead and put the rest of them together and do the same thing for all 4. Go ahead and do the beard and then the belt. I like to put the glue on the tag and take the button to it. It makes it a little bit easier, keeps the glue off your fingers since it's such a teeny tiny little piece. You could even, if you wanted to, hand stitch that to the front tag before you adhere the tags back to back for an additional touch. I am folding all of the hole reinforcements in half. And then I'm going to take those, put glue on each side, and wrap them around the top of the tag. So go back to one of those first tags I created, just pinch that around the top, and these are not going to want to stay in place, especially with that glitter paper. So I will put something heavy on it again and let that sit until the glue dries, and it is going to be nice and secure and won't be going anywhere. I'll do that for all 4 of the tags. Once that glue is dry, I'm going to take a Crop-A-Dile and punch holes in the top of all 4 tags. You're going to want to use a nice strong hole punch like the Crop-A-Dile because you're going through 3 layers and 2 of those are specialty papers, which makes them a little bit thicker and can be a little tough to get a regular hole punch through. Once I have my holes punched, I am going to thread through some gold twine that I have All the product that I'm using here is stuff I've had in my stash for a long time. I love being able to use up things that I've had. So go ahead and shop your stash and see what you can come up with and create some holiday gift tags. Thanks for joining me today for these elegant white and gold holiday gift tags. For more product information, please visit waffleflower.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for more creative ideas.